What's up, everybody? Joe White here, and I am live. And hopefully, this goes out to everybody. Let me see if I see if that still works there. It says I'm live. Am I live? Papa, can you hear me? No. Oh man, what is up, everybody? I posted a lot of videos today. I am live. Let me see if I can go ahead and can I share the stream? There we go. See here. Sorry, guys. I'm doing this on a mobile device, not a computer. So that's why it's taking me a few minutes, a couple minutes here to get started. Um, I swear, like I've been driving today. I started the day in Ohio, Jackson, Ohio, and I'm ending the day in Troy, Illinois. So lots of lots of driving today. I drove for about 9 hours or 8 hours total today, and oh man. Apparently, I could do a lot with this. The problem is that I'm on a mobile phone. So if somebody calls me, I don't know if it's going to interrupt this. Um, the picture on your screen there is me, and that is my grand dog, aka Mr. Jasper. And but I want to start off talking today about just everybody who has liked and subscribed and has clicked on these videos of mine. I just want to say thank you so much. The channel's been blowing up recently. It's not doing like Logan Paul numbers by any means, but I do want to thank everybody who's hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, everybody who's left a comment, everybody who has uh, told me that they subscribe and commented that they subscribe. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I don't do this for a living. Um, for those who don't know, I'm a truck driver. I drive a truck for a living, and this is what I do in my spare time. Um, I do use a Bluetooth headset to record while I'm rolling down the road. It is perfectly legal to do. All I have to do is push a button, tell the thing to open up the app, and I press a button again to record. That's it. It astounds me how the channel really didn't start blowing up until um I say blowing up. I really didn't start getting a whole lot of views until I started doing this on a mobile device. Um, and when I started doing it on a mobile device with a headset and using a cheap mobile video editor, people started watching. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll just keep doing this. And people tend to like it a lot when I talk about CM Punk. Um, as I said in my previous video, that footage from last night was just stupid. Tony Khan is a coked up loser. He is a coked up loser who And if you don't get where the snowman moniker comes from for him, there was a rumor, and I think we can confirm now that it's a little bit more than a rumor, that back during the COVID era, the snowman, Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, would go off and would rent an entire floor of a hotel room, sometimes multiple floors of hotel rooms for his wrestling. And it says I have one viewer watching. Leave a comment. Let me know if you can hear me okay. But anyway, he would rent out floors or sometimes full on hotels in Jacksonville. And rumor was that he would throw these parties for his wrestlers because we all know that Tony Khan just wants to be friends. It's all friends wrestling. So if he can throw parties and make himself look cool to everybody, then that's what he was going to do, and that's what he did during the COVID era. He paid for everybody to have a hotel room, and then rumor was that him and several of the boys and girls would dabble into the cocaine during these parties. So, and I'm sorry, nobody. This man has to be on ADD medication. He's got to be on like Ritalin or something because nobody's eyes bulge that much. Go back and look at some of the earlier press conference, the way he twitches, the way he fidgets, the way his eyes bulge, the way he talks. He can go from being very, very quietly calm in 1 second to bam, the next minute he's going 90 miles an hour. Look at the first ever CM Punk the CM Punk press conference where he's describing how this guy has done this much viewers and this guy did the first ever $1 million gate, and nobody talks like that. Nobody in their right mind talks like that. Nobody goes from 0 to 60 that quick. So I that's where the snowman moniker came from. Now you have people out there like a Dave Meltzer and everybody else who wants to not point out the obvious. Nobody has came out and questioned reporters, quote unquote reporters, about this. And because they don't want to lose their access. That's the whole reason why Dave Meltzer and other people will not just come out and tell Tony Khan, dude, what you're doing is wrong. And people say, well, Dave Meltzer has criticized AEW in the past. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. But you notice he has not came out and said Tony Khan's booking is wrong. He has not came out. Nobody really has, except for one guy. Two people that I know of will flat out tell you that Tony Khan is a bad booker and should not be in the business. One of which, of course, is Jim Cornette. The other of which is Dave Scher from PW Insider. I listened to him many a times say Tony Khan does not know how to book. Tony Khan's nothing but a Nepo baby. Tony Khan's doing nothing but spending daddy's money. And I have to, they're absolutely right. They're absolutely 100% right. But I just think that they need to this guy, and I don't want to see them completely, again, I don't want to see them go completely out of business. But I do think that he needs to start booking smaller venues like college campuses. There's a venue downtown in Richmond, Virginia called the Siegel Center where the VCU Rams play basketball. Those are the type of buildings he should be booking. He should be doing TV from a Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Cape Girardeau, Missouri is only 2 hours, about 2 hours south, maybe 2.5 hours south of St. Louis, and maybe about 2 hours north of Memphis. Then you got Jonesboro, Arkansas right there. You do these smaller venues. There's a venue in Charlottesville, Virginia, um, that I think they may have ran. I know WWE ran one TV taping there, a Monday Night Raw, when the building first opened, and it's right there on the course, right there on the campus of VCU. It's the John Paul Jones Arena. They ran one TV taping there. Monday Night Raw did. And they haven't been back there. They maybe been back there twice since for house shows. That's a perfect place for AEW. It's a college campus. Those are the people that you should be trying to get. Those are the people that you should be trying to woo in. That's the demo. There we go. I'm gonna put that up there. How about that? Yeah, we're doing things on the fly. Gotta. Anyway, they need a better audience. Have you seen? Have you seen the people that go to AEW? Have you seen the type of fans that they draw? It's look at the picture on your screen. It's me. You know who they draw? People between the ages of 35 to 50. And I've sat next to some of these people. I saw them when I went to Sting's last match over there at Revolution. They're fat, smelly, neck bearded virgins. And if they do have a woman with them, oh my God. So I think I'll call this video AEW needs a better audience. I wonder if I could change the name of the stream. Here we go. All right. I think that's still working. So that's my whole thing. I know I've gone. Sorry, guys. I'm still getting new to this live version because I'm not using YouTube's live streaming. I'm using StreamYard, as you can see, and it's my first time using StreamYard. I'm not going to pay for it, but AEW clearly needs a better audience, man. There was a time where they were drawing that demo. They were drawing 18 to 49. Now it's 35 to 55. Just look at the audience. There's very few kids there because nobody wants to take their kids to see that kind of crap. Meanwhile, you look at WWE, they got young, they got old, they got male, they got female, they got a very diverse, not to sound so woke on you, but they have a very diverse crowd. AEW is nothing but fat, white virgins between the ages of 35 and 55. And if they happen to have a female companion with them, they look just as bad. So And that's not an insult to those people. It's an insult to AEW because that's all they're drawing is those people. Are those people. Big old fat white rednecks. Come on. Come on. Hell, I went to a NASCAR truck series race and I felt like I was the youngest guy there last weekend. And I will say, as the evening, that was at the start of the evening. As the evening progressed, the crowd did get a little bit younger. I wasn't so, me and my son weren't the youngest people there by any means, but NASCAR has that same problem. They can't get rid of the old white rednecks. There's a guy on YouTube. I'm going to put the guy over. He used to be on Vince Russo's show channel, and he also used to be on the K100 channel with Conan and Disco Inferno. His name is Billy Body. He reported, a bunch of stuff months before it happened over in WWE. I know one of his sources is he talks to Drew McIntyre a lot because they're both from the UK. But Bill, he even says it. Why am I going to travel all the way over to America just to hang out with a bunch of fat, drunk hillbillies? And I tend to agree with him. It's why I don't go to indie shows anymore. It's why I really don't go to anything but WWE anymore. I went to an AEW show and I ended up having this guy who is overly flamboyant and loud, I'll put it that way, sitting next to me to the point where he was annoying everybody around us or around him. And I was the only guy that said something. I asked him to tone it down a little bit. And he ends up going and getting the usher when he's the one being annoying and annoying everybody around him. And he ends up going and getting the usher and trying to get me kicked out. Guess what? They didn't kick me out. They moved me down to a section below where I was sitting. Those are the type of fans, the annoying, overly flamboyant, and fat white rednecks. That's all this. It's WCW. It's WCW. There's a reason why I did not grow up on WCW. I grew up on WWE, even though I lived in the South. One, my family didn't have cable, so that played in a lot to it. Um, but also, I just did not. I saw it as fat, dumb rednecks cheering on wrestlers, and I didn't like it. So that's just my whole thing here. I'm going to jump off here and see how this renders and see how this looks on YouTube. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Does AEW need to draw a better audience? Does AEW need to work on getting that demo back? How do they get the demo back? Let me hear your ideas. Because right now, until they get a new booker, it's a lost cause, man. Until Tony Khan can say, all right, I'll step back and just write the checks. It's a lost cause. Plain and simple. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We'll see you down the road.